We're always so excited to receive great feedback from our satisfied customers. Really, we just want to give every customer a 5-star experience. Here's an awesome review from one of them that we just couldn't resist sharing with you and everyone else. We're so motivated to hear from such happy customers. We work with each client individually to reach our 5-star customer service goal. Our approach really is one customer at a time. It's that simple. But please, don't take their word for it. We're confident that you'll discover the difference for yourself when you work with our expert team. Attention to detail and unmatched quality are our specialties. We hope you enjoyed our small section of the internet today. We look forward to talking with you.
The Education Foundation helps our schools in so many ways. First and foremost, the Education Foundation grants dollars to our teachers who want to try some new and innovative programs. Our teachers are really able to explore new practices, play with new tools, and excite their students' learning through some of these grant opportunities. It's really, really neat to see our students engage with these new tools and to see our teachers get really excited about their students' learning.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Welcome to Strive Live. Here you will find virtual training that will allow you to stream live classes, access requirement videos, and schedule instructor-led Zoom training. These resources combined with regular attendance will assist you in moving forward in your martial art journey. If you have questions or you need assistance, contact your instructor. I wish you the very best, and remember, strive to be better.
Welcome to the pregame show brought to you by Katrina Mart Marketing. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These kids matter as they're about to get ready for the 12U Travel Baseball WSBL Sweet 16 Dragons against Fury, the Battle of Downers Grove. So let's not delay. Let's get right into it. Your name, your position, and what this game means to you.
Hi, I'm Sean Pearson. I'm 13 years old, and this game means a lot. I've been playing since T-ball, basically. Yeah, I love it a lot.
So you're playing the Fury. You know these guys really well, but they might be your friends tomorrow. Today they're your enemies. You want to win to go to the quarterfinals.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go out today, get this over with.
What's it going to take for a win today?
Hitting, defense, pitching.
No errors?
No.
Your name, your position, what this game means to you.
I'm Matthew. I play center field or first base. This game means a lot. We've been baseball since I was 4. I've never won anything in baseball. I've never won anything.
First things first, let's win today. It's going to take a lot of pitching, a lot of catching, a lot of other things. What's it going to take for a victory today?
We got to put up a big spot in the first inning, and we got to hold them to no runs.
Absolutely. Final thoughts going into today's game?
We just can't underestimate them.
Your name, your position, what this game means to you.
Yeah, I play third base. I've been playing since I was 4 too. I've gone to the playoff games regularly.
You know these guys really well, and what you need to battle down the road. your position?
My name's Cameron and I play second base for the field. And this is my first year playing at Dragons for this team. And it really reminds me of
What's it going to take for a big start today?
great.
So it's going to take a lot of staying back on that fastball, staying back on that changeup, right? Final thoughts going into tonight.
Just gotta play hard.
Guys are up next, hang tight, okay?
Your name, your position, what this playing baseball means to you.
I'm pretty excited. We played against Dice Club last game. I thought we were a little too close. I'm excited. I feel like we're going to get big stuff in the first inning.
Looking at your game change, you guys actually beat this team 17-3. Now, you can't think that today. What happened a couple weeks ago did not happen today. But you know these guys real well what's going to be.
And I yelled at her.
They really made mistakes.
Final thoughts about today's game. You're going to do well too. Let's take a quick break. Coming up next, 5 more Dragons players. You're watching Just Crush Sports. Play your game. Play back your game. No one likes missing their child's sporting event. And you don't have to anymore, thanks to Just Crush Sports. JCS is a Chicagoland area broadcasting network offering video production solutions for kids of all ages.
Light the lamp! Let the rafters sing!
Just Crush Sports also offers highlight reels and recruiting videos for the non-professional athlete. For more information, go online to justcrushsports.com. Just Crush Sports, digital media for all athletes and ages. Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by Katrina L. Martin Marketing. And I'm Kyle Smith. My name doesn't matter. These kids matter. It's part 2 of our pregame show. The Downers Grove Dragons taking on the Downers Grove Fury. Let's start from the right here. Your name, your position, and what this game means to you.
My name is Will Bala, a catcher, first base, and pitcher. And
Big game tonight against the Downers Grove Fury. Now, you're going to be sitting on the bench, but you have to be a good cheerleader, correct?
yeah. Yep.
So what exactly happened again? That you got injured? Were you wrestling a bear? What happened?
Slipped, and I bent this back.
Did you slip on an ice cube?
Yeah.
You did? You're joking. You slipped on an ice cube and you fell? Well, it's not exactly the best story as wrestling a bear, but hey, it works. And you have a good big game today against the Fury. You're going to be cheering on your teammates, and it's going to be a good one. You don't need to cheer on your teammates. You're just going to sit and relax. Your name, your position, what this game means to you.
My name is Nathaniel Wells. My positions are pitcher, shortstop, center field, and left field. This game means a lot to me. Really shows what we can do and really how we come together as a team to beat the other guys. So,
what's it going to take at the plate to get those hits?
what's it going to take depends on the pitchers. You know what they throw in, what they're bringing at you. You know, you can hit anything if you really think you can.
Absolutely, it's all about mental. Not always over Your name, your position, what this game is.
I play third base, shortstop. Yeah, I play this game because it's pretty much all I do. I love this sport. It's all I like to do. I play it at home all the time. That's all I like to do.
You play baseball 24 hours a day, no sleep?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm sleeping.
Big game today against the Fury, a team you go very well earlier in the year, beat them 17-3. But the playoff game today, single elimination, probably not going to be a 17-3 ball game today.
Yeah. They had a really good team. They beat a really good team yesterday. Fought back really hard, so we gotta be ready for this.
What's it going to take to make sure no errors happen?
You just gotta be ready, focused.
Absolutely. What's it going to take for that focus? And of course, your name, position, what this game means to you.
My name is Cooper Shoenike. I love the sport, so I play. Football, baseball, and basketball. I play this game. I play every single day. I'm grinding.
Again today against the Fury, what's it going to take to advance to the quarterfinals?
We're all going to play our hearts out. Hopefully take a W. Yeah.
Final thought.
Nope.
Your name, position, what this game means to you?
My name is Vincent Junkus. I play second base and all the outfield. I'm excited. I really want to win, but we just have to be focused.
Absolutely. Stay focused, especially on defense. Can't have any errors.
Yes.
So, of all the 3 outfield positions, which one do you like to play in?
I like all of them.
Equally?
Yes.
What about second base? Is that your all-time favorite?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite second baseman?
I don't really have one. Yeah.
Okay. Final thoughts about the baseball.
Hope we win.
Hoping, but trying to win.
Yes.
Your name, position, what this game means to you.
My name's Joseph Vieira. They call me Wheels. I mostly play center field. And this game means to me.
Absolutely. What's it going to take on the plate to make sure you get some hits? Not only hits, but getting on base with those walks.
Yeah, we need people on base.
Absolutely. So a team you know very well, you beat them earlier in the year, but that really doesn't matter. It's an elimination, win or go home. What's going to take for a win? Final thoughts coming into the game. Absolutely. Well, you heard it from the Dragons. No errors, waiting on that fastball, waiting on that changeup, and they might get a victory tonight against the Fury. We're going to take a break. Coming up next, the play-by-play broadcast with Mike Nezovich on the call. You're watching Just Crush Sports. Play your game. Play back your greatness.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Live from McCollum Park in Downers Grove, Illinois, Just Crush Sports presents the Sweet 16 here of the West Suburban Baseball League, where this evening in the Battle of Downers Grove, it's the Downers Grove Fury taking on the Downers Grove Dragons. Good evening, everybody. Mike Knezovich along with Kyle Smith and the rest of our JCS crew out here on a beautiful evening for baseball as we get set for this matchup here between the Fury and the Dragons. The Dragons coming in with a record of 19-8-1 on the season. However, they right now are in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, so they are trying to right the ship here against their crosstown rivals, the Downers Grove Fury, who came up with a big 12-10 come from behind victory the last time out against the Olin Park Warriors. So 2 ball clubs that certainly are very familiar with each other. They've had players play on both sides of the side over here as you get a look right now at the Dragons out there with the red jerseys with the white pants. And they will be taking the field here first, and they will be going behind their hurler. Number 20, Ian Dimler, is going to be taking the bump here in the first inning here for the Dragons. As we mentioned, coming in looking for their 20th win of the campaign. Last time these two teams met, it was a dandy. 11-10 victory for the Dragons back in July, a come-from-behind win for the red and white, and they are certainly looking to duplicate that feat and advance to the Elite Eight here in the WSBL tournament. And Kyle, certainly an exciting evening for baseball for the fans here in Downers Grove, and we've got perfect weather conditions for baseball tonight.
Absolutely, Mike. Well, thanks so much for joining me. It's been a while since I've had you on the broadcast. It's Dragons against Fury, the Battle of Downers Grove. It doesn't get much better than this. Winner advances to the quarterfinals. Loser goes home. There's no double or triple elimination this season because, unfortunately, because of COVID, but hey, that makes it more interesting. It's like an NCAA tournament for travel baseball this season.
Yep, one and done, and that's basically it. So the Fury are going to lead it off here to start the ball game in the black and gold, and it's going to be Nico Falara, the shortstop. And the first pitch from Dimler is downstairs for ball 1.
We appreciate everybody helping us on this broadcast. Chicago producers have been great. Of course, Sean Emmerich in the studio tonight helping us out. But Should be a good one. That one's hit very well.
Past Dimmler, Castillo with the throw across, and nicely done. One up and one down here. A nice stab there by Puritan at the first base bag for the Dragons.
Yeah, good at bat, though. I mean, we're in a new era of on-base percentage and waiting for the good pitch. No, if it's there, swing at it. And that it was, and he swung at it.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Fury, a very good contact team, and they go after the first pitch there as it's flown out to Matthew Connor, who'll put it away. 3 pitches and 2 outs, so Dimmler very efficient with the pitch count so far.
Absolutely, and, darned if you don't, darned if you do. For the Downers Grove Dragons, they're in a good position. For the Fury, they're deciding to be aggressive, and it's not working out right now.
Dunlap takes the first pitch upstairs for ball one as Brady Dunlap, one of the extra players in the lineup who will not be seeing the field to start the ball game off, but the players will definitely be rotating as that one is fouled down the line just out of the reach of Sean Puritan, the first baseman for the Dragons.
So you're seeing the Downers Grove Fury right now. They're not waiting on those pitches. They're going right after the fastball and seeing if they can put it in play. It's kind of old school baseball. The new school, the Billy Bean way, would say wait for a strike, but they're just going right after it.
Double one settles in with the pitch, and it's fouled back, so the count remains at 1-2. A.J. Schrader over at third with Justin Casillo at short, Vince Junkus at second with Sean Puritan over at first, the infield from third to first for the Downers Grove Dragons looking for their 20th win of the campaign. Once again, the 1-2, and that's woefully short, so it's double deuce now here to Dunlap with Gabe Marone, the catcher, on deck for the black and gold.
Dragons, of course, the higher seed. Fury actually went on the road and defeated a very good Orland Park Warriors team.
Grounded down to the shortstop, Castillo. He bobbles it, picks it up, fires it down to Puritan, and it gets by him. So a 2-out base runner here on the error on Castillo as Dunlap reaches first safely.
Yeah, that's kind of a spot, Mike, that you have to have your glove out ready to go. When you kind of have your hands on your hips and you're not ready for the ball, those tough hops, especially on this field, it's going to bite you.
So Gabe Marone, the catcher now, will stand in here for Matt Puritan's ball club. And the throw over is not in time. This Fury ball club, very scrappy. They're not tall stature-wise, Kyle, but they have a lot of speed on the base paths.
Absolutely, and the Fury know that they're going to have to get every stolen base tonight because it's a very good offense in the Dragons.
Next pitch brushes Marone off the plate and catches the inside corner to even up the count at 1 apiece. Outfield for the Dragons has Cooper Schoeneke in left, Matthew Connor in center with Cam Hurst over and right as that one fouled away, and now he's in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think he's going to go with a high fastball here, Mike. What do you think?
Well, he's kind of trying to change the sight level here of the hitter in Marone. And so far he's been going down and in. He does the same thing. It's grounded sharply down to the second baseman, Junkus, who flips it over to Puritan. 4-3 put out, and that will retire the side. So in the inning for the Fury, no runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We've completed a half an inning of play here at beautiful McCullen Park. It's the Downers Grove Fury nothing, and the Downers Grove Dragons coming to bat on JCS.
We're always so excited to receive great feedback from our satisfied customers. Really, we just want to give every customer a 5-star experience. Here's an awesome review from one of them that we just couldn't resist sharing with you and everyone else. We're so motivated to hear from such happy customers. We work with each client individually to reach our 5-star customer service goal. Our approach really is 1 customer at a time. It's that simple. But please, don't take their word for it. We're confident that you'll discover the difference for yourself when you work with our expert team. Attention to detail and unmatched quality are our specialties. We hope you enjoyed our small section of the internet today. We look forward to talking with you.
Welcome back here to McCullen Park. No score as we move to the bottom half of the first inning of play as the Downers Grove Dragons will be facing the right-handed slants of Flynn Scoggins For the black and gold, he'll be backed up defensively by Evan Stevens, Nico Ferlara, Peyton Page, and Connor Zopko, the infield from third to first. The outfield will have Austin Williams, Jackson Page, and Nolan Pudman, with the battery of Gabe Marone and the aforementioned Flynn Scoggins.
What's great about 12-year-old baseball, Mike, is we're going to see a lot of players play a lot of different positions, but not as much as in a regular season game. By now, the coaches know what players are good at each position. So you're going to see players move around a little bit because of pitch counts and innings limit, but not as much as you would see in the regular season.
Yeah, certainly you're going to be hanging your hat on the stalwarts, especially on the defensive end, which certainly wins championships in these types of tournaments here in the WSBL. So Cooper Schoeneke, who's coming in at 381 on the season, a home run, or check that, 235 on the season with no home runs, and 11 runs driven in, and the first pitch by Scoggins is right there for strike one.
Good way to start, but you don't want to stay there all day. You keep hanging that fastball in the middle of the zone. It's going to be driven a long way.
Joey Vieira, the catcher, is on deck for the Dragons as the next pitch is a little bit outside.
Hopefully the plate umpire sticks with that zone. It was definitely a ball, but remember, if it's a ball in the first inning, it's got to be a ball in the seventh inning.
Yeah, what they're looking for, of course, is that consistency behind home plate. Next pitch is going to be upstairs. Good job there by Schoeneke to sell that one as it was above the letters.
So, Mike, we're going to talk about this during the broadcast. You're more of an old-time baseball fan. Do you like the robotic strike zone or not so much?
No, I like the human element, as that one is fouled back and out of play to even up the count. Like the human element, but maybe a little bit on the base paths, with some controversial bang-bang calls, and calls especially at first base, I think, is when you want to do get the technology going.
It'll be interesting if Major League Baseball ever goes to the robotic strike zone. They're already trying out in the independent leagues.
Boy, good job by Schoeneke to spoil off those pitches by Scoggins. Of course, at this level right now, they're going basically fastball and change. They'll be bringing in the curve next year for these kids.
Schoeneke has an older brother, Jack, who's going into high school, hoping to be a three-sport athlete.
And the next pitch is right there on the knees, so a good punch out there for Scoggins. One up and one down here for the Dragons.
Yeah, not too sure what Schoeneke was looking for. Right on the inner part, that's definitely a pitch he could have driven out to the outfield.
So Joey Vieira will now come to the plate. Joey having himself a tremendous season this year. First pitch by Scoggins, good change of speeds there for strike one. Vieira comes in at 4-11 on the season. He's second on the team in home runs with 5 and has 22 RBIs, just behind Jordan Castillo. Next pitch is laced into left field for a base hit. Playing it on one hop out there is Austin Williams, and he'll get it into the cutoff man Filara. So the Dragons have a one-out base runner here for the number 3 hitter, and he's a good one, Jordan Castillo.
Absolutely. Well, you would assume a player that's hitting in the 3 hole is a good hitter. He was born on August 16, 2007 in Columbus, Ohio, so I assume he likes Ohio State in addition to the Illinois colleges. He's the first of 4 children by Joe and Jen. He's of Mexican, Filipino, and various European ancestry.
So a pinch runner, Schoeneke, is going to come in here and run for Vieira over at first base. So Castillo will stand in.
And is Vieira currently catching, Mike?
Yes.
Yep, so it'll be a courtesy runner. Remember, you'll see a lot of catchers switch positions. Sometimes coaches will do that to have them take a seat and have them warm up while they're sitting on the bench.
Definitely good move there by the manager to get his backstop. There goes the runner, Schoeneke, and that'll be in there easily as the ball bounces into the backstop for ball 2. Castillo, 553 on the season. 12 of his hits have left the ballpark, and he's driven in 40 to lead this Dragon team. Good lead for Schoeneke at second base. That's laced into left field. Williams came back on it and then goes over his head. Schoeneke will come in easily to score the first run of the ball game. Castillo, round second, he hesitated, now moves into third with a sliding RBI triple. RBI number 41 on the season for 23, and a 1-0 lead for the Dragons.
What a piece of hitting by Castillo. Didn't try to do too much on it. Weight back, hips extended. That's how you hit a baseball.
Boy, good job by Schoeneke running the bases there. He didn't panic between second and third, cut the base nicely, and now the cleanup hitter, A.J. Schrader, comes to the plate. That was a fastball belt high, and Castillo jumped on it.
You can't be scared when you're on the mound. Obviously, he missed his spot, but eventually you're going to have to pitch inside the strike zone and hope you have some movement on it.
Schrader with a tough ground ball, and it goes into left field for a base hit. Williams bobbles it in left field. Let's see if Schrader tries to take advantage. He'll go back. So 2 consecutive RBI base hits for the Dragons, and they double the lead at 2-0.
Yeah, that's one the third baseman Stevens probably should have had, but I understand that you want to trust in your shortstop. He's the leader of the infield, but he was pretty close to that ball. I would have liked to see a little bit more aggression from Stevens going after that grounder.
Wales now jumps at the first pitch. Nice stab at shortstop on the play, but the throw goes by the second baseman, Peyton Page, and heads into left field on the play. So moving into third base will be Schrader on the air, and now he's going to try to come home on the play, and he will score! A.J. Schrader with a great piece of base running there, taking advantage of the error on Falara at shortstop, and now it's a 3-0 lead for the Dragons.
Yeah, the Fury probably didn't listen to the Dragons, because the Dragons were telling me in the pregame show they want to avoid the errors. Not so much for the Fury, it's an air barrage in this first inning.
So Sean Puritan, as the runner goes on the inside pitch for ball 1, so a stolen base for Wales, and he moves into scoring position now for number 8, Sean Puritan. So the Dragons doing exactly what they talked about in the pregame. There's a high hopper on the plate. Good stab over at third base as Stevens is able to get it on the throw. Good stretch there by Zopko at first. Meanwhile, Wales moves into third now with 2 outs.
So the Dragons are definitely putting the ball in play. The Fury have had some opportunities to lessen the damage. They haven't been able to get it done on the defensive end. Let's see if they can get out of this inning with no more runs across the board.
First pitch is upstairs to Cam Hurst for ball 1. Cam playing right field for the Dragons, as we mentioned, trying to pick up win number 20 on the season.
We're moving to the quarterfinals all the way.
Now this Dragon team playing without Will Vela, their pitcher, catcher, and first baseman, who broke his left thumb during the late season game rounding first base, but he's still dressed and he's supporting his teammates out here. We want to give a shout out as well as the next pitch comes in to Williams, and we'll get that thought next as the ball comes to Falara. The throw across nicely done to the first baseman Zopko, and that will retire the side. But not before the Dragons put up 3 runs. They do so on 2 base hits. There were 2 costly Fury errors, and 1 runner left on the base paths. We've completed 1 inning of play here at McCollum Park. It's the Dragons 3 and the Fury nothing. You're watching the WSBL tournament on JCS.
The Education Foundation helps our schools in so many ways. First and foremost, the Education Foundation grants dollars to our teachers who want to try some new and innovative programs. Our teachers are really able to explore new practices, play with new tools, and excite their students' learning through some of these grant opportunities. It's really, really neat to see our students engage with these new tools and to see our teachers get really excited about their students' learning.
Back to the action here at beautiful McCollum Park. Kyle Smith alongside Mike Nezovich. Mike, once again, thanks so much for joining us. It's right by your house, too. You live in Downers Grove.
Yeah, this is homecoming for me over here. Saw a lot of baseball here with Downers Grove Youth Baseball, and an opportunity right now to see Flynn Scroggins ground that ball down to the second baseman. A little flip over there by Junkus to Puritan. 2 pitches and 1 out here is Dimmler doing a great job now, retiring the last 2 hitters.
So if you're probably watching the broadcast, you're wondering, why don't they just wait on those pitches and continue to work the count? Well, if your game plan coming into this is just keep attacking, you can't just change your game plan midway through. You got to play your game, not the Dragons' game.
Yeah, and the Fury have definitely been aggressive throughout the campaign as the first pitch is waved on and missed by Nolan Punman, the coach's son, standing in there, the right fielder. As so far, teams have combined for 3 errors, so little jitters out here in the early going.
And they're only 12, so the errors that happen now probably aren't going to happen when they're 13.
Base hit to center field is grabbed out of there by Matthew Connors, so the first base hit for the Fury, and that'll bring up Austin Williams. There's a defensive change for the Dragons, as in left field now is number 4 for them, and that's Nathaniel Wales, as he's come in to replace Cooper Schoeneke in the lineup for the Dragons. So a runner on first here with 1 out. Williams, the left fielder, will stand in. Lined into center field. Good jump on the ball. It goes off the glove of Connor. Meanwhile, moving into third base on the play is going to be Putman. And going into second with the double. Now Putman's going to come in and score the first Fury run. Great base running that time by Nolan Putman, and that cuts the lead now down to 2.
Just excellent base running. You might be asking yourself, was the relay botched? No, it wasn't. It was a good relay, just the runner saw it all the way. The only chance they had to get him at the plate was if it was a perfect throw to the shortstop.
So Jackson Page, a real scrappy hitter now from the left-hand side, will stand in. Page had a great game the last time out against the Orland Park Warriors. Very aggressive from the left-hand side, and he plays a tremendous center field. That ball grounded on the play, and the throw is going to be a little bit high, but a good job there by the first baseman, Puritan, to keep his foot on the base. Meanwhile, Williams goes into third base now with 2 outs.
Yeah, excellent first baseman play by the Dragons. The way you play first base, you wait, then stretch. Don't stretch too early because you're at an unathletic position.
So 3-1 lead as that pitch stays downstairs. Good stop. 4-1. Harry Storrs, one of the extra players for the Fury, is Matt Putman coaching down at third base for the Fury. Good job at taking the speed off. Quick throw down to third to Schrader is not in time.
I don't know. I'm not too fond of that play, Mike. You're up 2 runs, there's 2 outs. Just get the hitter.
Great job by Wales to come in from left field as a potential backup on that. And the next pitch catches the inside corner, and the count evens up. That's a big run out there right now, 50 feet away.
Yeah, it is a big run, but for the Fury, they really need to think of the defensive side. The defense has been lacking. Offense has been okay today.
Ground, going to be a tough play at second. Bobbled over there to throw is in time by Junkus. Good job by Vince to stay with that one and retire the side. But the Fury do break the shutout as they pick up 1 run on a couple base hits, and they strand a runner at third. They've stranded 2 through 2, have the Fury. We will head to the bottom half of the second with the Dragons leading it 3-1 on JCF.
Welcome to Strive Live. Here you will find virtual training that will allow you to stream live classes, access requirement videos, and schedule instructor-led Zoom training. These resources, combined with regular attendance, will assist you in moving forward in your martial art journey. If you have questions or you need assistance, contact your instructor. I wish you the very best, and remember, strive to be better.
Welcome back here to McCollum Park. Mike Knezovich along with the rest of the JCS crew. Special thanks to everybody here for their terrific hospitality on this beautiful evening. A 3-1 lead for the Downers Grove Dragons, and they will have the bottom third of their order coming up here against Flynn Scoggins for the Fury. It'll be Matthew Connor, Vince Junkus, and Ian Dimmler to face the right-handed slants of Scoggins.
So the Fury attacking the baseball well. The first 2 pitches, they're going after it. For the Dragons, waiting a couple pitches, then attacking. The Fury just need to make a couple more plays, Mike, especially that 6-4 put-it that should have been there. Good throw by the shortstop. Just second baseman wasn't ready for the ball. It was definitely an E4. The ball was definitely within his range to catch it. And that's really the story of the game. It would have been 2 outs and a runner at third. Instead, it's runner at the corner. The Dragons scored a couple more runs after that at the top of the first.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kyle, defense wins championships, and just the little things, the little plays that can be made can certainly make a big difference in a ball game like this, especially when you're talking about the Sweet 16 of the WSBL tournament. We mentioned before the break that Will Vela is out for the Dragons, one of their fine players, and I want to give a special shout out to Nana and Papa Vela, who are watching the game tonight, so we want to thank them for tuning in. First pitch, they jump right on it with a ground ball down to the first baseman, and putting it away is Connor Sopko with the vacuum cleaner over at first, so 1 pitch and 1 out here for the Dragons in their half of the second.
So much for that working the count, Billy Bean style of baseball. Just first pitch swinging, goes after it, and a 3 unassisted put out.
So Vince Junkus will stand in, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Junkus coming in at 281 on the season. He's got 13 RBIs.
Going to be a 6th grader at Fairmount in elementary.
Ball falling fast. Nice diving stop there and a grab by the newly inserted number 17 for the Fury. And coming up to make the catch was Harry Storrs. Nicely done.
You can't coach it any better than that. He waited for the ball and at the last second dove. Excellent defense in left field.
So 2 down now here for the Dragons. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Boy, good jump on that ball by Storrs, and he had it in front of him the whole way to make the grab. 3-1 lead for the Dragons, and Dimmler waves on that one, and the count evens up.
Swinging at that high fastball, definitely not the pitch he wants, especially the first pitch of the at-bat.
Third baseman Stevens even with the bag at third. Good rip that time by Dimmler trying to help his own cause, and now he's in the hole.
All right, Mike, we've seen a couple of innings. Are we seeing adjustments by the Fury, less jitters this inning?
I think so. They're kind of settling in here as Greco now is in at third base for them defensively, and they're not going to need him because Flynn Scoggins picks up his 2nd strikeout, and both of them have been looking here in the first couple innings. So 3 up and 3 down for the Dragons. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on base. 2 innings in the books here at McCollum Park. It's the Dragons 3 and the Fury 1 on JCS.
No one likes missing their child's sporting event, and you don't have to anymore, thanks to Just Crush Sports. JCS is a Chicagoland area broadcasting network offering video production solutions for kids of all ages.
Light the lamp! Let the rafters sing!
Just Crush Sports also offers highlight reels and recruiting videos for the non-professional athlete. For more information, go online to justcrushsports.com. Just Crush Sports, digital media for all athletes and ages.
Welcome back, JCS. Kyle Smith alongside Mike Nesovich. And I missed the home plate umpire from where we're at. Did he call strike or ball?
I think it's ball 1 here to Evan Stevens, the third baseman for the Fury, who trail it 3-1 here to the Dragons and Ian Dimmler. Next pitch is laced into right field. Nobody's going to get that one as it goes over the head of Cam Hurst. Rounding into second base now and moving into third on the play is going to be Stevens. The ball gets away from the outfield, and Stevens is going to circle the bases for the second Fury run as he picks up a 3-bagger and comes home on the air, and the lead is cut down to 1.
Wow. Baseball can change in an instant, and if there's no time code, so all you got to do is make sure you score more runs. If you're 27 outs to record, or in today's case, 21 outs are recorded. What a home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
That ball was laced way over the head of Hurst in right field, and great speed out there shown by Stevens. So second consecutive left-handed hitter now will come in there here for the Fury, as the lead has been cut now to 3-2. Next pitch catches the corner. This Fury Ball Club celebrating their 10th anniversary as an organization, as that's a high bounder to Castillo, and it goes off his glove. into center field. So the tying run now at first base for the Fury. Well, that was Sopko that got the triple and came around to score, and Stevens reaches first base on the E6.
Like I said, you got to have that glove out ready to go. It's not just having your hands on your knees, hands on your hips. It's pitcher comes into the windup or the set, gloves out all the time. When you're a split second late, that ball's going to go a split second past your glove. It's going to happen every time.
So Alberto Vieira comes out and tries to settle down his infield now. Let's see how they're going to play it here, Kyle. Looks like they're going to concede the run to get the out. So Danny Greco will stand in now for the Fury. So that was a leadoff triple by Connor Sopko, and he came around to score on the error on the outfield. And then Evan Stevens reaches.
Should still be
on the air.
3-2, correct?
No, correct. But now I don't see anybody on third base. So, yeah, no, he came home on that, so we're knotted up. Right, yeah. So
or was there an error in the outfield?
There was an error in the outfield on the throw. Yep. Ball gets away, and that will allow Stevens to move into scoring position for the Fury.
Baseball's such a great game. You think it's over. The Dragons score 3 in the first. Looks like it's going to be a laugher. The Fury continue to be better at defense in the second inning. Now they're just a runner on second away from tying it up.
Greco trying to get him over to third base, and he does a great job of hitting it to the right side, and it goes through the wickets of the second baseman Junkas. So three errors now in the inning on the Dragon defense. Runners on the corners here with nobody out. Back to the top of the order in Falara.
With nobody out, you can't do corners in. You just have to play double play depth and hope for the best. They're just trying to get an out. But for the Fury, they're in great shape. They're at least going to score one run, you would think, and anything hitting the gap has a chance of being a double.
And the runner's going to coast into second base, taking away the double play possibility. So now the lead run is in scoring position for the black and gold. Nobody out. Falara so far is 0 for 1 with a ground out to Castillo back in the first. And this Fury team has been very scrappy. They've got the 10 on their shoulders for the 10-year anniversary. And they're hoping to have a little bit of a celebration here tonight against their crosstown rival.
3-0, I just put him on. There's really no reason to try to come all the way back. The base hit probably scores 2, but that's why I'm the broadcaster and he's the manager.
And he swings away and grounds it to the right side. It'll be an underhand flip for the 4-3 putout, but it's bring him in and send him over to third. We've got ourselves a tie ball game with the lead run on third for the Fury.
Yeah, darn if you do, darn if you don't. If he walks him, there's a force in every base, but there's still nobody out. They do concede the run, but at least they get a much-needed out. And even if Greco scores to make it a 4-3 ball game, at least you're getting outs.
So one down now to Peyton Page, and he fouls that one out of play for strike one. Page so far 0 for 1 in the ball game with a fly out to Matthew Connor back in the first. But beautiful evening for baseball, no wind to speak of. And these crosstown rivals are knotted up at 3 apiece. That's grounded sharply down to third baseman Schrader, and that's another error on the Dragons and gives the Fury now a 4-3 lead. So Greco comes in on the E5. No RBI there for Page. Good speed aboard now for Dunlap. Double ones reached on an error back in the first. Let's see if Dimmler tries to keep him close. Good job there, is coming off the mound and giving Page a little bit to think about at first base. First pitch a little bit upstairs for ball one. This Fury team was down early to the Orland Park Warriors on Tuesday night over at Centennial Park and came roaring back in that ball game to win it 12-10. So there's no quit in this ball club.
Probably going to steal on this pitch.
Ball is hit towards right field. Settling under it is Cam Hurst, and he will squeeze it for the first out here in the Fury third.
2 outs.
2 outs, check that. So 2 down now to Gabe Marone, the catcher. And now I would say that there's a good possibility that P Squared is going to be moving from first base.
I was surprised the last at bat he didn't steal, but then again, if you don't have confidence, why, just wait till the next batter? Try to steal second with 2 outs.
Marone is 0 for 1. There he goes, and he will get in there with the slide. So another insurance run in scoring position now for the Fury. Marone is 0 for 1 in the ball game. A little chin music on that one backs him off the mound.
No more errors if you're a fan of the Dragons. That's just been killing them this inning. They'd still be leading if they could just field the ball a little bit better.
Good lead there for Peyton Page at second base.
Well, first base open, but besides a couple of batters, Dimmler's been great in terms of staying ahead in those counts. I would just say bring him all the way back, see if he can get that.
Matt Pudman over at third, trying to wave in another run. Good spinorama there by Dunlap, but not nearly in time to get Peyton Page. 4-3 lead for the Fury here in the top half of the third. Ball is popped up on the plate. Nice run over here by Schrader in front of our broadcast position, but he can't quite catch up on it, but a nice effort there by 13.
3-1. I'm expecting a change-up on the outside corner.
Outfield playing very shallow here, trying to cut down that run at the plate. Grounded sharply to Schrader on one hop. He looks the runner back and throws nicely over to Puritan, and that will finally retire the side. But not before the Fury take the lead in this ball game as they pick up 3 runs. They do so on only 1 or 2 base hits. There were 3 errors on the Dragons and 1 runner left on. The Fury have left 3 on in 3 innings. We move to the bottom half of the third. It's the Fury 4 and the Dragons 3. You are listening and watching to JCS.
No one likes missing their child's sporting event, and you don't have to anymore, thanks to Just Crush Sports. JCS is a Chicagoland area broadcasting network offering video production solutions for kids of all ages.
Light the lamp! Let the rafters sing!
Just Crush Sports also offers highlight reels and recruiting videos for the non-professional athlete. For more information, go online to justcrushsports.com. Just Crush Sports, digital media for all athletes and ages.
Welcome back to the action. Kyle Smith alongside Mike Knezovich. First pitch at the bottom of the third. That one's driven out to the outfield. Line drive to the first baseman, and 1 batter up, 1 batter retired.
Nice job there at second base by number 11 for the Fury, and that's Brady Dunlap throwing the leather over there. So 1 pitch and 1 out here for Flynn Scoggins in the third. So Joey Vieira will stand in. He is 1 for 1 with a run scored. And right now, Kyle, the Dragons are jumping on that first pitch whenever they can.
Absolutely. They're being very aggressive at the plate, not waiting for a pitch, and just continuing on with what they're doing.
Scoggins struggled in that first inning with 14 pitches, but since then has been sailing along. He's really boosted by that 3 spot that the Fury put up in the top half of the third here. Jordan Castillo, the dangerous 3 spot on deck, with already a triple tonight. So Vieira now in the hole here. Got some defensive changes for the Fury. Number 10, Nolan Pudman, now is in at third base. And Greco moves over to short. Two-strike pitch is grounded, and it goes past Pudman into left field for a base hit. And he got him thrown in here really quickly by number 3 for the Fury, Peyton Page. So all kinds of defensive adjustments here. Fiera will get credited for a second base hit. So tying on the board now for the red and white for Jordan Castillo with 1-for-1 with a triple. RBI scored.
Runner at first, 1 out. I'm thinking hit and run. What do you think, Mike?
Good speed there at first base. Right now, very cognizant about his Dean Scoggins as he throws to first. Go, Jordan! Little jitters here with 6 errors combined from both the ball clubs, but there's been some very hard hit balls here tonight as well. There goes the runner. Castillo will take it. The throw down is not in time. So a stolen base for Joey Vieira. Time run now is a stealing position with one out in third.
Outfield is so deep, Mike. If it's a really shallow single, you could even try a double. They're almost at the fence.
They're expecting the power of Castillo. And to third base, it's a high throw down, not in time, so back-to-back stolen bases by Vieira. Now he is at third base with that tying run.
Fly ball will most definitely score him. Outfield extremely deep. Unless Ichiro Suzuki's in right field, there's no way he's going to get thrown out.
It's going to fall in front of the right fielder. For the Fury, and that will tie the ball game up on the second RBI of the evening for Jordan Castillo, his 42nd of the season.
Probably should have been the second baseman's ball there, Mike, but the second baseman was playing so much in. Even if he catches it on his back foot, runner at third still probably scores on the sacrifice fly.
That's a tough play from Dunlap, going away from home plate. There's A.J. Schrader. Castillo goes into second base standing up, so the lead run now is in scoring position here for the Dragons.
Runner at second, less than 2 out. Still playing deep, although they've come in about 3 steps. Base hit should still score Castillo, and knowing how close the game it is, it's so early, you don't want to make a play at the plate.
He goes to third base, and the throw will not be made. So Castillo picks up a couple more stolen bases, and that's kind of Scoggins lost track of Castillo at second. So lead run now down at third base in the form of Jordan Castillo. A.J. Schrader gets pushed back there by Scoggins.
Runner at third, less than 2 down.
High pop fly into center field. Jackson Page makes the catch. Castillo tags and throws down. Well, I tell you what, he got a great jump off of third base on that ball, and Jackson Page could not get it in, so the Dragons take a 5-4 lead.
Back and forth we go. It seems like every time we do the Dragons, it's been like the 10U team. It was back and forth for most of the game, although in the last inning, the bottom of the 5th, they scored 8 runs. Same thing today, back and forth.
Wales lines it into center field on the first pitch for a base hit. So Nathaniel Wales now 1 for 2. Dragons have got some boppers in this lineup, despite the loss, as we mentioned, of Vallis in the lineup. Vela. Throw goes down, not in time, so a stolen base for Nathaniel Wales.
Nathaniel Wales, he likes playing Magic the Gathering as well as Dungeons and Dragons, and also Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Minecraft.
So insurance run out there here. He's going to go for third base as that foul back. When you talk about the loss of the former Fury player Will Vela, you're missing a .453 average with 22 RBIs in your lineup. And still, you got a murderer's row group out there that's hitting the cover off the ball.
If they want to win the WSBL, then they got to work on that defense. They're not going to beat the good team.
Throw down goes in the left field on the play, and that's going to bring in another insurance run for the Dragons on the great aggressive base running of Nathaniel Wales.
Gotta love 12-year-old baseball, right? Everybody steals. Every play, something exciting is happening. The catchers always have to be on their toes. If you can find a very athletic catcher with a good pop time, they'll probably be the best team.
6-4 lead now for the Dragons as Puritan stands in from the right side, and he went chasing on that one and tomahawked it over the screen and out of play.
Towards the bottom of the order. Dragons can do in their 6, 7, 8 spots.
Pop straight up the elevator shaft. Pudman now will give way to the shortstop, and Greco will put it away for out number 3. But not before the Dragons take the lead as they pick up 3 runs in the frame. They do so on 3 base hits. There was one costly error on the overthrow to third base, and nobody left on the base paths. 3 innings in the books here at McCollum Park. The Dragons have retaken the lead over the Fury at 6-4 on JCS. Defensive changes now for the Dragons as Ian Dimler takes over at shortstop for Jordan Castillo, who moves into center field. And a new pitcher on the bump now for the Dragons. And that's going to be number 16 on the hill now. And that is Cooper Schoeneke. So Schoeneke gets the nod right now from head coach Alberto Vieira with that 6-4 lead. So Dimler, the book has closed in on him. He went 3 innings, and he ended up with 32 pitches in those frames, giving up those 4 runs. And so now the ball game is in the hands with the 2-run lead to Schoeneke. That was 11-10 ball game the last time out in July between these 2 ball clubs, and that was a pool tournament game earlier this season, so the stakes are even higher here tonight. So leading it off for the Fury will be the pitcher Flynn Scoggins. Schoeneke's first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Like I said, you don't want to change the way you play the game all year, especially when you play. But if it's kind of expanding that baseball's on outside the strike zone, lean on it, see if you can get a walk.
Right now, the Fury need base runners. That pitch is popped into the air towards the screen and out of the reach. Oh! Check that, coming up with the play there.
Backstop.
Yeah, doing a great job on the catch there was Vieira. For out number 1. Nicely done.
He's good at everything. He just needs to work on his game with baseball. Even after the trash can scandal, he's still like,
So here's Nolan Pudman. That's laced. Deep play over there at second base. The throw is going to pull Puritan off the base.
That was so close, Mike. I think it was actually out.
Good job there of coming down with that one by Cam Hurst going to his right. But that'll be an infield single for Pudman.
excellent play, though, at second base. I thought that was going to be a base pass all the way, and somehow got to it to try and get 2 or 3 put up.
So tying run at the plate now in Williams. Schrader had a play at second, instead laces it over to first. It's a 5-3 putout as he gets the second out of the inning. And meanwhile, Pudman moves into scoring position.
Could have run 2, but it looked like he was looking at first base and his peripheral vision all the way. All he is an out. I've got 2 runs. I run at second. It does matters, but it really does matter. Trying to get out.
Boy, I tell you what, Schrader's got a gun over there at third base. Now Jackson Page. He has not seen a pitch he doesn't like. He's up there swinging away.
Don't give up on the play.
That's their game plan. They're going to stick to it, and right now, it's working pretty well. They just need to make a couple more plays on defense.
Schoeneke goes with a pirouette move and throws it. Good job there by Dimmler to cut that from going into center field. Trying to keep the runner, Pudman, at second base as close as possible.
Beautiful night for baseball.
Boy, that one had some giddy up on it. Boy, Schoeneke doing a really nice job of hiding that ball, Kyle, to the last minute.
It's amazing how travel baseball has progressed. Some of these kids are going to be playing D2 or even D1.
Pitch is grounded to third. Schrader will look the runner back to second. The long throw across is in time. And an A.J. Schrader defensive inning here for the Dragons. So they hold the Fury off the score sheet. They do pick up a hit in strand 1. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th. The Dragons remain leading by 2 at 6-4 on JCS.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
So leading it off here for the Dragons, we're up 6-4 in the bottom half of the 4th. It'll be Cam Hurst followed by Matthew Connor and Vince Junkus. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound now. It's number 21, Austin Williams, now on the mound for the Downers Grove Fury.
He's a great ball player, Austin Williams. I was checking out his game changer stats coming into the game. Excellent on base, 600 OBP, batting average. Obviously, those numbers are going to go down a little bit after 6 games play. He is the base on base coming into the season.
Scoggins did a good job of keeping his pitch count down with 28 pitches, but it was the defense that kind of faulted him a little bit out there. So we'll see with Pudman and Greco now on the right side if they can hold down this high-powered Dragon offense. Cameron Hurst starting it off here. Kyle, a multiple sport athlete, also plays football and basketball, and he's had the flair for the dramatic in his competition on the hardwood.
I sure hope we get football back. Fall or the spring. I love it. The most important thing is let's make sure it's right.
No doubt about that. And of course, the Big Ten came out with their schedule, their 10-game league schedule, and the ACC has done the same thing. And we've had some of the lower level sports, unfortunately, lose their championships in Division II and Division III. So I always like those Division II and Division III football games and the championships. Very exciting stuff.
Were you able to watch more Central College?
Yeah, I did. That was a great local slant here for the guys from Naperville. So Cam Hurst to lead it off. Cam so far 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Cam had a buzzer beater in one of his basketball games to win a ball game down the stretch. And he's ahead now of Williams, 1 ball and no strikes. Dragons up 6-4. Ball is laced past Pudman over at third for a base hit. Gets out to Storrs. That ground out there, since we haven't had a lot of rain, is kind of playing like AstroTurf, and great job by Storrs to keep him to a single.
Yeah, like I said, the outfield playing deep. You think a little basement like that, a two-hopper, is going to be single all the way, but because they're so deep, and right on the grass, it could become a double if the runner is going around the bag quickly.
So Matthew Connor now will stand in, and Williams is going to try to keep him as close as possible and keep this a 2-run lead for the Dragons.
Dragons thinking 4+ runs. As the Fury can score runs.
Another stolen base is going in easily at second base was Hurst. He's picked up a steal today. Pierre's picked up a steal. So has Wales. He's picked up a couple, actually. Bottom half of the 4th inning here, starting to cool off a little bit. And that pitch will hit Connor. And he is down for the count right now on the right side of the batter's box as the head coach, Alberto Vieira, will come out and check on his fallen center fielder.
That one stayed. Even though it wasn't that fast, hit the right part of your back, you're going to feel that.
And the crowd gives Connor a nice round of applause as he pulls himself up from the dust and moves down to first base. So 2 runners on with nobody out to Vince Junkus.
Let's play. You're the manager. Find the manager.
The smaller your bag.
I'm with you all the way. I love the small ball aspect of things, and a lot of major league managers, they shun that situation. They're playing for the 3-run home run like the old Earl Weaver days back with the Baltimore Orioles. Meanwhile, Nico Falera has come in now to relieve the pitcher, Austin Williams, for the Fury.
That's just what makes travel baseball so great. It's continue to change. Different things can happen. So you got runners at first and second, right? So you can do one, and this one, a lot of double steals, maybe even a hit and run. So many different things can happen, and obviously because the bases are so together, as you get older, you don't want to do those hit and runs and double steals as much because you're stuck there.
Yeah, no, so it's also moving your defense on the infield while the pitcher is throwing the ball. When you're going into a bunt situation or a hit and run, and that certainly causes a lot of havoc on the defense, which has a lot of pressure on it as well. So 2 on and nobody out here for the Dragons, who are up 6-4 in the bottom half of the 4th. And finishing his warm-up tosses is Nico Falera. As he comes in, the starter was Scoggins. He went 3, and Austin Williams did not have an official out as he gave up the first 2 runners on base.
I'll give you some live stats. That's brought to you by Game Changer. Change the way you watch the game. GameChanger.com. A big special thank you to Chicago producers helping us put this broadcast out.
Junkus coming in at 281 with 13 RBIs on the season. And they try to go to third base, and Pudman is going to have to corral it on the play, so that'll be an E1 there on the pitcher.
That's the difference between Bellevue and Fortune. They usually play 55-80, this level 57.
Now the runner's going to try to score from third, and they will do so as they do a little bit of the small ball there, Kyle, and it gives them another insurance run, as now the Dragons lead at 7-4 with a runner on third.
Excellent safety squeeze. You can't coach it better than that. And because they had nobody out, they sacrificed the out, right? But now they only have 1 out. Now a sacrifice fly makes 8 more balls.
Dimmler swings and misses at the first pitch. Ian is 0 for 1 as he struck out looking to Scoggins back in the second. So Dragons up by 3. They've got another insurance run at third base in Connor. Ball is hit right up the elevator shaft on the play and to center field for a base hit, and now the Dragons have doubled up on the Fury at 8-4. So Connor comes in with the second run of the inning and the 8th on the evening. for Alberto Fierra's ball club. Back to the top of the order now, and Cooper Schoeneke takes the first pitch for strike one. Schoeneke is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the first and then grounded out to the shortstop in the third. So he's due. Cooper, a three-sport athlete and comes from a very athletic family. There goes the runners. That's laced into right field for a base hit. Dimmler now looks back at right field, and he will head into third base. So runners on the quarter, and a nice piece of hitting that time by Cooper Schoeneke.
If I was the right fielder, rolling down 4, it was a shallow hit ball. You try to get that runner, try to get him out, but at the same time, if you throw it to third, you're going to get his checks.
Takes away the double play possibility as well. So now Joey Vieira with runners on the corners, and the Dragons right now doing a great job of staying out of the double play as Schoeneke will move into second base.
Another situation, do you want to walk in? Very early on in the count, don't have to decide right now.
Grounded sharply to the shortstop. Greco's throw to first base is going to be in time. Good stretch over there at first base by Sopko. And meanwhile, another runner crosses the plate for the Dragons. They now lead at 9-4. That's an RBI for Vieira.
This Dragons program, they know how to score runs and runners. 8 unanswered runs last week, 22
Castillo takes that first pitch. Good job of scrambling to get it by Mahorn. Malone, check that. So right now, Nico Falara trying to stop the bleeding here and give the Fury an opportunity in the fifth. Sharply hit, and it went off the on-deck hitter there, Schrader. And Jordan Castillo right now just worrying to make sure that he didn't maim his teammate there down the line. And that is just a dangerous situation there with a guy like Castillo. Talk about exit velocity.
That's why you put him on the same side. If he's on the other on-deck circle, who knows what that is.
Laced into left field for a base hit as Castillo continues his assault on Fury pitching. He gets his third RBI in 4 innings and a 10-4 Dragon lead.
Starting with Real, that's the thing, a lot of pitchers.
Yep.
There's pitch count or innings limit at each level. So how many pitchers do you have left to put a Fury?
Castillo goes, and now they're going to call a balk on the pitcher. That's going to move Castillo into second base.
And because the runner went on the pitch, could have gotten into third base and the ball was at the left field.
Well, this has all been with 2 outs now for the Dragons. So Schrader again officially 1 for 1 with a couple of RBIs. Takes it downstairs for ball 1.
I almost retired my jacket for the summer, but it's so cold.
Yeah, we were talking about some hot, humid weather coming up this weekend, but it cooled off nicely. There goes Castillo into third. He'll have to go back on the foul ball.
You know, the Fury have played hard. They really don't have any Dragons that blow this game. Dragons had to blow this game open, and they took full advantage. All the credit in the world, especially Castillo.
Well, that middle lineup with Schrader batting behind him, too. Very dangerous 1-2 punch without the injured Vela.
They're going to be dangerous next year. As Vela's out for the year, but he'll be back for the fall.
Favorite player for number 13 Yankees?
Favorite player for number 13 Yankees? Eloy Jimenez?
Castillo going to third. The throw goes into left field on the play. Good job of backing up by Stores for the Fury to prevent the 11th run from scoring.
You probably send them up 10-4. You're looking for a big inning. No reason to send Castillo.
So the runner on third now with 2 outs as Schrader takes that downstairs. But Schrader had to be very happy. Eloy Jack won the other day over there in Milwaukee, about 435 feet to straightaway center.
I was surprised they went scoreless last night.
Grounded down to the second baseman, and it goes underneath the glove of number 11 over there for the Fury, that being Dunlap. So that'll bring in the 5th run of the inning on the E4.
It's the problem when you don't have grass on the infield. When you have dirt, you don't know if it's going to be a bad hop or a cutting hop. So it's not uncommon to see infielder play.
Yeah, really scooted on him there. So 5 runs in, 3 in the first, 3 in the third, and 5 now here in the Dragon 4th. They're now up by 7.
They aren't exactly out yet. They did score 12 on Tuesday.
Wales is 1 for 2. He got on an error back in the 3-run first. Singled, stole a base, and scored. Grounded down to Pudman at third. The long throw across. Nice stretch over there by Connor Sopko. And that will retire the side. But not before the Dragons send 8 batters to the plate, and they end up scoring 5 of them. They do so on 4 base hits. There was 1 Fury error and 1 runner left on the base paths. We will move to the top half of the 5th inning of play. The Dragons right now comfortably in front, 11-4 on JCS.
We're always so excited to receive great feedback from our satisfied customers. Really, we just want to give every customer a 5-star experience. Here's an awesome review from one of them that we just couldn't resist sharing with you and everyone else. We're so motivated to hear from such happy customers. We work with each client individually to reach our 5-star customer service goal. Our approach really is one customer at a time. It's that simple. But please, don't take their word for it. We're confident that you'll discover the difference for yourself when you work with our expert team. Attention to detail and unmatched quality are our specialties. We hope you enjoyed our small section of the internet today. We look forward to talking with you.
Don't move.
Number 16 for the Dragons, getting the job done, Cooper Schoeneke.
Excellent job by Schoeneke. Didn't try to do too much with him. Didn't panic. Waited for the ball, got it, fired it to first base.
So 1 pitch and 1 out here in the Fury 5th. Connor Sopko stands in, takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Sopko had that booming triple to lead off the 3rd and scored the 2nd run for the Fury. Nice change of speeds that time by Schoeneke. And now he's got him in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
If you're the Fury, you're down 7. So if you're playing 6 tonight, you got to get 5 this inning and a couple the next inning.
Outfield playing medium depth and straight away.
And I say if you're playing 6 because sometimes there are time limit until you get to the championship game.
Yeah, we'll take a look a little bit at how the bracket has been developing. 2-2 now on the leadoff hitter for the Fury.
And from what I saw on the WSBL website, the Dragons in league play were 5-0-1, so they're undefeated.
Nice rip that time to stay alive. The Batavia Bulldogs knocked off the Wheaton Warriors in the other half of the bracket here in the WSL standings, and they'll be moving on to take on the Lyle Wolves American team. Meanwhile, the winner of this game tonight will take on the winner of Plainfield Tornadoes and the Illinois Hawks Foster matchup in the bracket. We have a full count now here to Sopko. And right now the Fury need base runners, and they need them in a hurry. Top half of the fifth, 11-4 lead for the Dragons. Here's the payoff. And a great fastball there, tailing away from the left-handed hitter for out number 2.
Wow, that had some cheese on it.
So 2 up, 2 down now, back to the top of the order now. Or check that, it's Evan Stevens.
You blew it, Mike. You blew it.
Yeah, well, you got a couple extra batters in there.
Yeah, we should have the extra hitter in the majors. That would be kind of cool.
Couple DHs.
There'd be 1 DH and then like 3 EHs.
There you go, extra hitters. Union would like that.
Yeah.
Count evened up with 2 outs. And now he's got him in the hole here. Shawnee really starting to put the clamps down on this Fury offense.
Speaking of DHs and EHs, I really hope they keep the DH nationally. I'm sorry, but I don't want to watch John Lester.
It's been kind of an adventure there. He did have a home run once. Lace down the third base line and foul.
Pitchers shouldn't have to worry about hitting. Pitching is so hard. And so, honestly, catching is so hard. But, there's some catchers that are such great athletes that can hit too. But you should really have your pitchers focus on pitching because it's just so hard. It's not just about pitching. You got to hold runners on and do all these other things too.
There's been some good hitting pitchers down the years. Good job of staying alive there by Stevens, hacking away from the left-hand side.
Sure, I mean, like there's some natural athletes, like Madison Bumgarner, Smokey Joe Wood back in the day, but there's also hitters, like there was this one time a Mets relief pitcher had to hit for the tie game, and he just let 3 fastballs go right down the middle. That's not me.
Let up pitch, grounded down to the shortstop. Nice throw across by Dunlap to Puritan, and a beautiful 3 up and 3 down inning hurled here for Shawnee and the Dragons. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for the Fury. We will move to the bottom half of the 5th inning of play with the Dragons up by 7 at 11-4. You're watching the WSBL tournament here in McCullum Park on Just Crush Sports.
The Education Foundation helps our schools in so many ways. First and foremost, the Education Foundation grants dollars to our teachers who want to try some new and innovative programs. Our teachers are really able to explore new practices, play with new tools, and excite their students' learning through some of these grant opportunities. It's really, really neat to see our students engage with these new tools and to see our teachers get really excited about their students' learning.
Beautiful night at McCollum Park. Kyle Smith alongside Mike Nezovich. And I'm not going to say it's over for the Fury, Mike, but unless they can hold him here on defense, it's not looking good for the other Downeyville team.
Yeah, I think the Fury have got to rely here on Nico Falara to give him another inning. These coaches at this time of the tournament, they had a tough matchup the last time out at Centennial Park over at Orland Park, and used a lot of pitchers in that game and scratched and clawed their way back, and it's kind of showed out here today. Whenever you're playing a team that's as strong and as talented as the Dragons, you got to bring your A game to the mound. And we talked about the defense as well, and they've had some lapses here, not without good effort in the field, but you really got to tighten that up against a team that's got the firepower that the Dragons have.
And also it might be that the Fury are just really tired. They only played 2 days ago. They might be out of pitchers. It's just hard to replicate that success of coming back to beat the Warriors like they did on Tuesday night.
Nice pitch there by Falara to Puritan for strike 1. Sean so far 0 for 2 with a ground out to third and a pop out to short. That ball skied into center field. Coming in, and now Jackson Page had to move back on that one a little bit as it knuckled on him. 2 pitches and 1 out here for Falara in the Dragon 5th.
Yeah, you can see his middle infield asking, dude, what are you doing? That was hit right at you. Well, sometimes you can be the best outfielder possible, and just that ball takes a weird turn.
Yeah, but the hardest ball, they say, is the one hit right at you. I don't know how many times when I was a coach that I would always tell my outfielders, first step back. Those are the 3 words out of my mouth every time on those line drives, as that evens the count up. First step back, and then you can always make your adjustment.
I think it ended.
So Cam Hurst, 1 for 2. That one stays upstairs. He's got a stolen base, a run scored back in the 4th, and a ground out to short. 11-4 lead for the Dragons here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Falara's offering is grounded right back to him, and he'll throw it over easily to Sopko. And Falara doing a nice job here of keeping his team in the ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. So Matthew Connor will try to keep the inning alive here for Coach Vieira. Connor officially 0 for 1. He was hit by that pitch back in the 4th and scored, and the Dragons put up that 5 spot. Connor coming in at 263 with 17 RBIs on the season, and now he's in the hole. I really like the way Nico is throwing that ball right now. And the ball on the inside corner, that one had a nice little tail on it as it caught the black. So he's ahead of Connor now with Junkus on deck. Good piece of defensive hitting that time by Connor to stay alive. Boy, great job by the Fury in that comeback win on Tuesday, and they're 7 down in this one, trying to keep it close. And that one catches the outside corner. Nico Falara with a beautiful 1-2-3 inning. 4 batters retired in a row right now by the right-hander. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on the base paths. We will head to the 6th inning here at McCollum Park. The Dragons in control, leading at 11-4. It's digital media for all athletes and ages here on JCS.
Beautiful night at McCollum Park. Kyle Smith alongside Mike Knezovich. Now, I've heard your last name pronounced 2 different ways. Is it Knezovich or Knezovich?
You pronounce the K.
You do pronounce or don't pronounce?
You do.
Okay.
You do. Yep.
So you eat with a knife, but your last name is
That's
right. How I'll remember it.
Like Evel Knievel.
There you go.
So Danny Greco is going to try to get some daredevil going here for the Fury. They trail at 11-4 in the top half of the 6th, going against Shawnee on the mound. First pitch a little bit low for ball 1. Greco reached on an error and scored back in the 3rd. Fury got 1 run in the 2nd, picked up a 3 spot. Things look really good for them with that 4-3 lead, but the Dragons have put up 8 unanswered runs here in this ball game to take control, 11-4. And the 1-1, a nice change of speeds there. We talked about Cooper in between on the mound here. His mom played softball at the college level over at Illinois Wesleyan, so certainly comes from a very athletic family, as that pitch was fouled into the catcher's glove, and another strikeout for Shawnee. So 1 up and 1 down now. That's now 4 in a row retired, 5 in a row retired by Shawnee. Move back to the top of the order now, and Nico Falara, who is 0 for 2 with a run scored.
That was going to be the key tonight for the Fury, is get Falara on and get him in. He led the team with stolen bases coming into tonight, doing a good job pitching. They just haven't had enough offense.
He's part of that Keystone combination with Peyton Page. They have done a great job in that middle infield.
Falara tonight 0 for 2 with an RBI.
It's a little flare that Puritan is able to chase down and make a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Dragons throwing some leather out there for the second out.
2 up, 2 down. By the way, the Fury with 4 runs on 6 hits, but 4 costly errors, and for the Dragons, 11 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors.
That's now 6 in a row retired by Shawnee. And now here's Peyton Page. Grounded sharply past the first base bag for strike 1.
Come on, swing it hard. Let's go. Come on.
If you're wondering why the Dragons are winning, it's probably because of their number 3 hitter, Castillo. 3 for 3, 3 runs, 3 RBI, and 3.
Not too shabby of an evening for number 23.
You look at their 1, 2, 3, 4 hitters, combined 6 RBIs and 7 runs. That's definitely going to get it done.
So Shawnee is getting ahead of the hitters here as he's now got an 0-2 count here on P squared. Trying to pick up his 6th consecutive out here of the Fury. And he shoves him off the plate a little bit. A good waist pitch there to get him off the plate. Now he's got him set up for something outside. Schrader hugging the bag at third with 2 outs. Even there at the hot corner. The 1-2 is grounded down to the aforementioned Schrader on a couple hops. The laser beam throw across to Puritan, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for the Fury. 7 in a row retired now by Cooper Shawnee. We move to the bottom half of the 6th with the Dragons leading it 11-4. Play back your game, play back your greatness right here on JCS.
No one likes missing their child's sporting event, and you don't have to anymore, thanks to Just Crush Sports. JCS is a Chicagoland area broadcasting network offering video production solutions for kids of all ages.
Light the lamp! Let the rafters sing!
Just Crush Sports also offers highlight reels and recruiting videos for the non-professional athlete. For more information, go online to justcrushsports.com. Just Crush Sports, digital media for all athletes and ages.
Larry Storrs is now in the ball game Harry Storrs is now in the ball game at shortstop for the Fury as we move to the Dragon half of the 6th. Bottom of the order with Junkins to start it off, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. And I tell you what, Kyle, Nico Falara is dealing right now.
Yeah, I'd have to say he's most likely their best player. Leading the team in stolen bases, excellent job locating. They just need to find other players that can get him in tonight because you can't do it all by yourself, especially in the leadoff position.
Boy, he's doing a great job of changing the sight line of the hitter. That was a beautiful 0-2 pitch there upstairs. And now he nails the outside corner with a dart.
So all you can do is get 1, 2, 3 and hope your offense can give you 7 runs. A lot easier said than done, but crazier things have happened in 12U baseball.
5 in a row retired now by Falara, the last 2 by strikeout, and he now gets that ball on the line off the dirt for the second out of the inning. Boy, Falara is doing it all.
Not only did he do that, Mike, but also you have that makeshift mound, so you got to worry about landing on your pivot foot and then trying to get that glove above the dirt to catch it. What a play by Falara.
Boy, there is no quit at number 4. So 2 up and 2 down as Shawnee takes that downstairs for ball 1. Cooper so far is 1 for 3 with a run scored. He's also been one of the strikeout victims for the Fury staff. Good job of laying the bat on the ball on that one for a base hit.
That's an excellent pitch by Falara. The only way that the hitter could get after it was by reaching for it. That's exactly what you want as a pitcher.
10th hit of the ball game for the Dragons. Runner on first now with 2 outs to the catcher, Joey Vieira. Vieira is 2 for 3 with an RBI and a couple runs scored.
According to the Game Changer, his mom is his absolute best cheerleader, and he likes the Texans. How about that?
411 base hitter this season. Picked up his 23rd RBI of the campaign earlier in the ball game.
First 2 out.
Boy, I hate to see the opposing pitchers going up against this lineup when Vela comes back.
Well, he won't be back this season, but yeah, fall ball. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Be a stolen base now, and now it gets away from the second baseman. So right now doing a great job is Cooper Schonecke on the mound as well as on the base paths.
Interesting that you want to steal second with 2 outs and up by 7. You kind of want a big inning, but if you do trust in your ball players, you steal bags, doesn't matter what the score.
Trying to pick up that 12th run of the ball game. There's now 5 errors on the Fury in the contest.
That's definitely not going to get it done. But you just have to shake it off. Don't give up any more runs and try to get 7 runs on the top of the 7th.
Well, Nico is still dealing out there. We talked about this Fury team with the 10 on their sleeves for the 10th anniversary for the program. Wearing it proudly out there.
Now, is Flora still in because the Dragons Game Changer counts that Oscar Williams?
Nope, that's incorrect. He's 21. The batter's 21. So that'll be a walk here to Joey. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. And now the big bopper, Jordan Castillo, has certainly been the star in this one. 3 for 3. 3 runs scored and a couple of RBIs is now Dimmler is going to come in here and run for Vieira, the catcher.
Now, if I'm manager Matt Pumper, what I'm going to do, the runner's probably going to steal, right? First pitch. He's going to get into second. It's probably going to be a ball. After that, I'm walking to steal. There's no way I'm pitching this guy. The runner's
You called it there, Kyle, so now let's see what they decide to do.
You know, you don't want your pitchers to be scared, but Castillo is just a freak at the plate. He's just going to be second to the roll. I'd walk it.
Good change of speeds there on the outside quarter. Doesn't look like they're going to do it, although they're talking over there right now in front of the dugout. Falara goes to third, right at the ankle.
Yeah, I know that you want your pitchers to have confidence. Falara's a great pitcher, don't get me wrong, but if Castillo gets a base hit, all game is definitely over.
Ooh, good job there as that one fell off the end of the table. Now he's got 2 strikes. Now you don't want to give in here and give him his pitch.
Absolutely, you're ahead in the count. Try something low and away.
And it's laced down the left field line, and it is a foul ball. Boy, that ball that's like the old Bugs Bunny cartoon with the screaming line drive on that one.
This kid, if he still stays healthy, he has a chance of playing D1 ball. If we were tracking exit velocity and launching, I wouldn't be shocked if that was 80 miles per hour exit velocity.
He's got 42 RBIs, looking for more as Falara comes in, and a nice change of speeds there, but he's able to stay alive.
Even when he's completely full, Castillo's able to get a piece of it. That separates a good hitter from a great one. Castillo's a great hitter.
So let's see if he can pitch around him here with 2 strikes. 2 runners on with 2 outs, and he stays downstairs. Nice stop behind the plate there for number 11, Brady Dunlap.
And obviously with the short backstop, runner's not going to score. What you want to do is you want to block the ball, get the ball quickly back to your pitcher so it maintains his rhythm.
Castillo settles in. That ball is laced towards center field. Nobody's going to get that, including Jackson Page. It'll be a ground rule double. 2 more RBIs for Castillo and a 13-4 lead for the Dragons. That was a rocket.
Look, you're not going to play the game on Andrews. There's a lot of different things that happened in this game prior to that hit by Castillo.
try to pitch to him. First base is open. And Florida was doing great against everybody else in the lineup. And Castillo, I don't know. I just, darn if you do, darn if you don't now. I'm saying it in hindsight. First base was open. Well, we got to live with that decision now.
So Schrader now with the runner on second. A lot of excitement here going on in McCollum Park.
That ball was absolutely smoked by Castillo.
Dragons have only failed to score in only 2 innings in this ball game. They scored 3 in the first, 3 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and now 2 more here in the 6th. They lead at 13-4. Nice change of speeds has Schrader way out in front. And AJ's now in the hole. So Castillo settles in at second base.
Hey Kyle, before commercial, I'm going to go to you. Come on.
And now Castillo will move into third.
13-4 the score if you're just joining us. 3 runs for the Dragons in the bottom of the first, 3 in the third, 5 in the fourth. Big Jordan Castillo is on third base with a 2-run double.
Schrader settles in, and a change of speeds there just off the plate.
Another problem for the Fury, Mike. You can't win many games when you only have 4 hits.
And a swing and a miss there as Villar is able to finally get out of the inning on the play, but not before the Jordan Castillo show continues as he gets the 2-run RBI double to extend the lead to 13-4. We will head now to inning number 7 with the Dragons comfortably in front, 13-4. And you can check out JCS at justcrushsports.com.
The Education Foundation helps our schools in so many ways. First and foremost, the Education Foundation grants dollars to our teachers who want to try some new and innovative programs. Our teachers are really able to explore new practices, play with new tools, and excite their students' learning through some of these grant opportunities. It's really, really neat to see our students engage with these new tools and to see our teachers get really excited about their students' learning.
Welcome back here as we move to the top half of the 7th inning of play. The Downers Grove Dragons with a 13-4 lead, and Sean Puritan is going to come in here and pitch in the 7th inning of play as the southpaw will take the mound here for Coach Vieira.
By the way, I apologize. I'm trying to do technical directing and the scoreboard at the same time, so if there's a little bit discrepancies with the scoreboard, I do apologize for that.
First pitch to Brady, or check that to, Brady Dunlap. So Schrader remains at third, Dimmler at short. Castillo stays in center field. And the crafty lefty throws it just a little bit inside. 3 runs in the first, 3 in the third, a big 5 spot for the Dragons in the 4th, and then 2 more in the 6th. Jordan Castillo, 4 for 4 in the ball game. 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Not a bad evening's work. And that one is going to hit Dunlap, so he will take first base.
Now you just need 12 more hit-by pitches in a row and you'll be back in the ballgame. It's just the little things, Mike. The Fury need more hits, less errors, and it's also situational stuff. Like I said, that decision to not walk Castillo did not affect the ballgame. But why pitch to him? First base is open. He already had 2 RBI. It's not really necessary to pitch to him in that situation.
Yeah, this Dragons team has really improved since the 9U days.
Wow.
And they were able to pick him off. Great move there by Puritan, and he's able to get Dunlap leaning for the first out. Not something you want to have done down by 9.
No, but that was an excellent move by number 8. I'll give him all the credit in the world.
So Gabe Marone will stand in. A little floater on the play will be smothered there at second base. And 2 up and 2 down now. Nice job out there of keeping with that by Nathaniel Wales.
This was a ball game before, Mike. It was 4-3 in the top of the third.
Grounded down to the first baseman unassisted, and that is a Downers Grove Dragons winner. Great job by the red and white here as they pick up their 20th win of the season. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left with the pickoff as the teams will do their social distancing from across the diamond and congratulate each other on a job well done. And the Downers Grove Dragons have improved now to 28-1 on the season, Kyle, with a very impressive 13-4 victory, and they did it behind the offensive onslaught of number 23, Jordan Castillo.
And it wasn't just Castillo. I'll give you what the Dragons believe is their game changer stats. You look down the list here. Cooper Shawnee, 2 for 4. 4 runs scored in the leadoff spot. Joey Vieira, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Of course, Castillo, according to the game changer, 4 for 4, 3 runs, 5 RBI. But it's everybody. It's Schroeder, 1 for 3, 2 RBI. And even the bottom of the order, 1 for 3, 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored for Ian Demler. When everybody's contributing like that, if you're not winning ball games when everybody's contributing on offense, you have to reevaluate your defense, and the defense was definitely there for the Dragons tonight.
So both coaches will talk to their charges right now, and of course Coach Pundman there will congratulate his kids on a terrific effort out here tonight. And meanwhile, Alberto Vieira, he will be looking ahead now to taking on the winner of the Plainfield Tornadoes, the 3rd seed, or Illinois Hawks Foster in the next round here in the Elite 8 of the WSBL tournament. So congratulations to all the athletes out here. Great job of competing out here tonight at McCollum Park. We'll take a break and come back with post-game reaction and reporting here for you following this 13-4 victory for the Downers Grove Dragons over the Downers Grove Fury on JCS. At the final totals, first of all, for the victorious Downers Grove Dragons, who improve on the season to 28-1, 13 runs, 12 hits, 5 errors. The Dragons in the ball game ended up stranding 3 runners. The winning pitcher in the ball game in relief for the Dragons is going to be the hurler out there, Cooper Shawnee. He picks up the victory as Dragons came back with those unanswered runs, 10 unanswered runs in the ball game. For the Downers Grove Fury, 4 runs, 4 hits, and 4 errors. Austin Williams gets tagged for the loss for the Fury, who bow out of the tournament right now. And they will now regroup here, Kyle. They will take a look at 2021 here. And meanwhile, the Dragons are going to move on to take on either the Plainfield Tornadoes or the Illinois Hawks Foster in the Elite 8.
The Fury did everything they could. They battled hard. They came back from a 3-0 deficit early on, made it a 4-3 ball game. You got to get more than 4 hits, especially at this level, pretty much any level, including the majors. If you have 4 hits, you have a chance to win. But you got to have more than 4 if you really want to put yourself in a position to win. And with 4 hits, 4 errors, that's not going to get it done. Obviously, according to the Downers Grove Dragons GC account, they had 5 errors. But got to get more hits, got to get more runners on base. The Fury couldn't do that. And because they committed errors,
the Dragons, with that great offense led by Castillo, were able to make the Fury pay.
And the Dragons have really had such great success throughout the season, as evidenced by that 20 wins. Coming in here with a 3-game losing streak, this was certainly a confidence builder for them.
Absolutely. So, from my partner Mike Nezovich, I'm Kyle Smith. We're going to take a break, and then it's Mike on the mic for the postgame show. You're watching Just Crush Sports. Play your game. Play back your greatness.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. Just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Mike Knezovich back with you here on JCS. We're here at McCollum Park following the 13-4 victory for the Downers Grove Dragons over the Downers Grove Fury. We're going to bring on Jordan Castillo, center fielder, pitcher, whatever you want to call him out here, doing a great job for the Dragons out here tonight. And Jordan, congratulations on the victory, and talk about how it feels now to advance to the next round of the tournament.
I mean, it feels really good. Obviously, we won, so I'm really happy going out to the next round. Hope we can win the next round, but it really felt good coming out today.
So you guys come in, Jordan, with that 3-game losing streak, something that you guys are certainly not used to, playing so well during the regular season and into the tournament. What was the mindset for you and your teammates coming into this ball game tonight?
We weren't really used to losing that many games in a row, so we were pretty hungry. We came out, we did what we were supposed to do.
Talk about that last at bat, runners on second and third with first base open. Were you kind of surprised that they pitched to you? And what kind of pitch did you hit that you took it out there?
I thought that was going to go out. I was aiming for that camera right there. I thought that would have been my farthest home run by far. I really wanted that to get out though.
So talk a little bit about the pitching. Certainly has come through for you here tonight, holding down the Fury team that had 10 runs against you the first time.
Yeah, the pitchers did their job today. They pitched strikes. We made the plays. I think we did a really good job of pitching too.
So I'll give you a wrap-up now, Jordan. Talk about the next matchup here as you advance to the next part of the tournament. It's going to be the Illinois Hawks or Plainfield that you're going to be facing in the next round. So talk about the mindset as you guys move to the Elite Eight.
Well, I mean, we're going to want to try as hard as we can to do whatever we can to win that game next time.
Well, Jordan Castillo has joined us here for the post-game report. Not a bad evening for number 23 out here tonight. 4 for 4 as he tattered the Fury pitching staff and led this team to a 13-4 victory over the Downers Grove Fury. We will take a brief timeout and we'll continue with post-game coverage right here on JCS.
No one likes missing their child's sporting event, and you don't have to anymore, thanks to Just Crush Sports. JCS is a Chicagoland area broadcasting network offering video production solutions for kids of all ages.
Light the lamp! Let the rafters sing!
Just Crush Sports also offers highlight reels and recruiting videos for the non-professional athlete. For more information, go online to justcrushsports.com. Just Crush Sports, digital media for all athletes and ages.
Welcome back here. We got the coaching staff for the Downers Grove Dragons who's going to join us here as they win this ball game 13-4 over the Downers Grove Fury. And we're going to bring on the head coach right now, Alberto Vieira. And Coach, congratulations on the win out here. Talk about the comeback out here as you got the lead early in the ball game. They then come back and take the 4-3 lead, but you guys come up with 10 unanswered runs.
Yeah, I mean, it got a little dicey there for a hot minute. Had a couple errors, a couple things, bounces didn't go our way. I was really impressed with our pitcher on the mound at that time to really just stay his head, keep focused in an inning and keep pitching strikes, and our defense did the rest of the work. It was a good job.
What was the mindset coming into this, Coach? You talked about the fact you really weren't used to being on any kind of losing streaks during the regular season, this being your 20th win of the year or so. Kind of a different mindset coming into this one, trying to get the confidence back.
Yeah, it was rough coming off a 3-game losing streak. I mean, it was the first time we lost 2 games in a row, let alone 3, and our team came out hungry. You know, I mean, they came out hungry, ready to hit. We had a couple practices this week, we were able to get revved up, but they just came ready to play.
Let's talk to the rest of the staff here and talk a little bit about the defensive side of things out here tonight, and make your comment there a little bit about how the players played behind your pitching tonight.
The resiliency of the defense tonight really just showed through. These kids stayed positive. They were cheering each other on, and they just played solid defense behind we had a few hiccups in the first couple innings, and then they played solid the rest of the way and really shut down the Fury. It was a good team.
Meanwhile, the pitching certainly came to the forefront in this one as well, Coach. So talk about Ian and what he brought to the table, and then Cooper certainly shut him down in the middle innings.
Yeah, Ian started the game off like we needed. He started off strong. He's throwing strikes. Our team let him down a little bit on some errors and some play, but all the players were picking each other up, and it was great for that. Cooper hasn't pitched too much for us this year, but he came out and he was throwing strikes, and he was dialed in. So that was great to see, and then Sean came and closed it out with us. So pitching staff's great. You know, we could have thrown out so many kids out there, and those 3 really took care of business for us today.
And, of course, Jordan certainly did a great job on the offensive end of things. Talk about his play out there, Coach. Certainly a very talented young man, and also with your one player being injured, he really picked it up as well as Schrader in the cleanup spot.
He has. You know, we've ridden Jordan's back all season long. He's been outstanding for us in all phases of the game, whether it's in the field, on the mound, and at the bat today. He showed it off for us, and he really helps lead the way for these kids. And, you know, the rest of the team did pick it up. They got hot, and, you know, we had some all-around play. It was a great team win, and really excited for the next step.
Let's bring Alberto on now for a wrap-up here. Coach, give us a thumbnail sketch about Plainfield or Illinois, the Hawks, for your next opponent here as you move to the Elite Eight.
Well, you know, Plainfield seed the higher seed. They had the 3 seed in our WSBL. I looked at their schedule. They've had some really good wins against some really good opponents. Hawks haven't played as many games, but, you know, in playoff baseball, anything could happen. So we'll be ready for whoever we play.
Gents, thanks very much for taking the time and coming out. Congratulations. 13-4 victory here tonight for the Dragons as they win this ball game. 20 wins on the campaign now as they move to the Elite Eight with the victory over their crosstown rival, Downers Grove Fury. So that's going to wrap it up here at McCollum Park. For Kyle Smith and the rest of the crew, this is Mike Knezovich saying so long. Once again, the final score, the Downers Grove Dragons 13 and the Downers Grove Fury 4. God bless America. God bless you all. Have a safe and wonderful evening, everybody. So long from McCollum Park in Downers Grove, Illinois.